Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
But, I mean, Leona was a little bit face-up, wasn't it?
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, the other options, like Lulu's not super great into this. You're not feeling something. It's not kills, it's not gold, but it is tempo that the Rek'Sai is giving them. So that's why, you know, we're tracking like, where is Krako's next move, because it is so critical. If he sits back and does nothing, then you're fantastically sitting through this mid-game as those shots go over the event horizon. As Closer gets caught.
Yep, Closer going to take a lot of damage, but that's a very long journey for Delight, who's going to flash over the wall. Immediately, Ice going to flash after him. Great Solar Flare comes in, but the cleanse is down. They get a lot of summoner spells for it, but unfortunately, Delight went on a mission that
you don't want to tussle with it as Fredit BRION at this point, especially with a Rift Herald crashing through. There's just no realistic option to rotate over and look for a fight or a steal.
Kale moving on in. Let's see whether Kroko can get here in time. The answer is no. Solar Flare is onto the Tahm Kench as they try and get into the backline, but it doesn't really do anything. Kroko immediately eliminated. Henna with the Blade Caller doesn't do quite enough though, as Ice gets excited and he starts to run around this fight. Dove now is put inside the cage and he will be taken down. No! The Devour comes in first and the double kill comes out. Closer off to the side as well, is able to help out by picking up the Lee Sin. And Liiv SANDBOX pick up the fight.
It's a messy one.
Ice is a god, man.
It's a messy one. He gets his first takedown. He gets excited. He pops off. He's 3-0-2 in this game now. And Liiv SANDBOX are well and truly online, looking for Soul Point here. And that was the first example of Rek'Sai goes in, Rek'Sai gets blown up, but the follow-up was there from Dove. And imagine if he actually had some lethality on that chase as well when he went in there. But he goes in, does eventually, you know, take a ton of damage, but he sets up well enough for a very, very high cost.
Certainly did, but here's another cage. There's the kickback. Kroko is real dead. Lava secures that one with the Primordial Blast, and that is going to be some comeback gold to come through here for Fredit BRION.
Wow, this is one of those examples of Fredit BRION's comp scales up really nice, and to get this extra comeback gold, quote-unquote, when their comp is already kind of coming back by default is great.
That's another cage to go down. Ultimate cooldown when.
Be afford to poke around like this. Not in any real risk, but also putting some poke damage in. Really like his positioning.
Yeah, well, Solar Flare goes in towards the back line. There's the kick out on the Rek'Sai and still manages to flash in and secure the soul. The Akali immediately dead, and now the Realm Warp comes in, but isn't actually followed by anyone.
Liiv SANDBOX play this slow. They have the damage to do this with the Jinx right now, even with just a pickaxe there, heading towards that third item. Yep, can absolutely get through this at 23 minutes.
As ulting was very interesting, and now he has absolutely no health. They're going to go on to the Tahm Kench here, who's very tanky, manages to flash away, and Delight not going to be so lucky. In fact, still has his flash at this point in time. Blade Caller does approximately nothing as Umpty completely trolled, and Closer moves off to the side. Now Morgan back into this one, and Closer is dead. Liiv SANDBOX not going to be able to take the Baron.
He's got the Zhonya's, and he will have that third item very likely before the fight happens, but he's not quite online in terms of his stacks either. You know, he's behind in CS, hasn't been able to get too many of those as Morgan.
Yeah, he's going down very, very low. He's trying to bait Dove in. And yeah, Dove is inside the cage now, trying to fight this one out. He does have a lot of extra statistics, and now Lava's going to get turned on. Booped on the head, and he's just going to get taken down. This is the power of the Hullbreaker, everyone. Double kill for the Jace.
If you're ahead, it is amazing in moments like this. Now Liiv SANDBOX get a one player kills two, and you still have push on the 4-1 while the Baron goes down. So Dove is like, excellent, thank you for trying to gank me and now dying. And I think Liiv SANDBOX they are in the driver's seat of this game for good now. Fredit BRION are no longer going to be able to turn this into a scaling.
They're going to have to just give this one up.
Teleport.
The teleport was coming in. Closer now, actually avoids the Featherstorm completely. Delight will be tanking this super mega death rocket, but I think the man advantage is just too high. Kick back onto Closer, but that doesn't really mean too much. As Lava, can they take down the Tahm Kench? The question, Shuriken says yes, but Kroko's in this mid lane, and he should be able to tidy up this inhibitor turret to get things rolling for this Baron.
Exactly. Now he's not able to get the whole inhibitor. Still has his Edge of Nights taken away here by Umpty. Nice kick. Not going to matter.
Yeah.
But you know, as Liiv SANDBOX, you really wanted to get an inhibitor, and it looks like they're still going to try to push for it, but
I think they should be able to get it pretty comfortably here. Well, they get the inhibitor turret at least.
Better just respect that event horizon and slow play this, but getting that kill actually onto the Tahm Kench really slows this one down.
Oh no! Bit of a sad Jin there as he loses the fight for these rockets really do hurt, and they're just auto attacks as Lava was wrapping around, but Croco's been here this whole time. Zhonya's is going to be used, but I don't think it's going to quite be enough as OK Dove is just going to take the Realm Warp. Featherstorm's going to be used and honestly just does nothing. Morgan gets 1 kill. It is not going to be enough. Umpty's still alive, but he's backing, and Liiv SANDBOX think that they've just won this game, and I kind of agree.
They definitely have. No control of the map for Fredit BRION, unfortunately, after they lost that Baron. All the waves went through for Liiv SANDBOX. They rode the wave of their tempo with this Rek'Sai pick, better than anyone has so far this season. It works out for them big time as Umpty is put in the fountain, and that is going to be Liiv SANDBOX turning this series around.
Yeah, really nicely done. And I love that Dove gets his redemption as well, right? Like, Hullbreaker Jace, I still don't think it's necessarily a good thing, but he managed to make it work. He won these side lanes, and cute little bait there as Eyes is going to get himself out of the way, but Liiv SANDBOX managed to grab games 1.